He probably had to go.
Okay, open session of this meeting is now called to order. Roll call, please. Here.
Buczynsky.
Here.
Duffy.
Here.
Fisher.
Here.
Harris.
Here.
Caufield. Shannon.
Mr. Shannon is absent. He has a funeral that he must attend today. He had no discretion and cannot be here. Although he did deliberate, took part in discussion up until 9:15. I would call for a motion to adopt a resolution. A resolution of Ottawa Township High School District 140. A resolution authorizing the dismissal and notice of charges against Mr. Tim Burgess. So moved. There's a motion by Mr. Harris.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Fisher. Is there any discussion?
I have a discussion piece. I learned at a special board meeting facilitated by the member of the Association of School Boards that as a board member at OTHS, I have a right to express my opinion, and that this forum is where I may do this. I am a third-generation union member. I am a first-generation union member that was promoted into management, a position I still occupy. I was a union steward for several years. Obviously, I have managed both sides of the table. Unions cause conflict, both externally and internally. Not everyone agrees with the union's actions. Again, both externally and internally. No different in management or here on the Board of Education. Words and comments are exchanged and should not be shared in executive session in both of these scenarios. Personalities clash. When I managed people, lots of comments were made about me, and also made from union member to member. My job in management was to understand the parameters and manage through it. In my leadership training, I was taught that union meetings were productive and gave members a chance to vent. I was also taught that union meetings are their executive session. I was taught that even if I heard what was taking place, it was absolutely not my position to become involved. If personalities clashed inside the doors of a union meeting, I had no power to get involved. The union has a process that if actions warrant a complaint, it should be handled by the union. No matter the disagreements or petty name calling, we as a board and administration must let that union stay united in one. All unions have leaders. These leaders need to be strong in character. They take abuse both internally and externally. In most instances, including this instance, they are working for the better environment for all. And in this instance, I believe it is to improve the work environment for all. So even the strong in character are treated as fairly as the yes man. Too many are afraid to speak or don't know the process. Leaders in all facets of life are valuable. In the situation today, I believe the Board of Education and Administration is trying to terminate an individual, Tim Burgess, because he is an outspoken member of that union. It is my opinion that with him gone, fear will permeate through the halls of OTHS, and the my way or the highway form of management will rear its ugly presence. Tim is considered the renegade in this school as he stands up for his peer teachers. I am the renegade of this board. If the vote is 6-1, chances are it's me who is the one. My presence has brought diversity to this board. Diversity on a board is good. I don't wear a suit and tie to work. My blue jeans and boots tell you where my office is. I look at these issues with a different set of eyes. My definition of leadership differs greatly from this group. I look forward to being challenged as it makes me reinvent myself sometimes daily. This is a good thing. Here at OTHS, it is my opinion, management wants status quo every day. Status quo is stale and lazy. Not all personalities I manage are the same, and how I manage those personalities drives productivity if I do it well. Productivity here at OTHS should be students first. I am a firm believer that happy people are productive people. Tim Burgess has a focus to make OTHS a pleasant place for everyone to work. to have an avenue to get results equal for all, for the personalities that work here to be treated uniquely, for management, the board, teachers, and staff to pull the rope in the same direction. Our students would benefit. Pardon me for encouraging the renegade, but Jim McMahon was a renegade, yet Mike Ditka had the leadership skills to take that attitude to win a Super Bowl. It is my opinion that our children need to be taught by teachers that are not afraid to be themselves or challenge authority. Those challenges could and should be embraced by our administration to reinvent our focus daily. In closing, it was brought to my attention, Mr. Burgess has been written up 4 times in 26 years of employment. That's once every 6.5 years, including this situation. In light of the fact that Mr. Burgess has been our head basketball coach and currently our head freshman football coach, dealing with the public in an emotional arena. These letters are personality issues, and it is my assessment he has been a huge asset for OTHS. I may add that one party involved in these letters made the first comment on the Times article for Mr. Burgess to keep his job. Life is about new beginnings and forgiveness. I would also remind all that Mr. Burgess has no issues with tardiness, leaving school early, has never stolen from the school, has never mentally or physically harmed any of our children, has never made sexist or racist comments, never been accused of any crimes outside the school, and has never had any issues with drugs or alcohol. He has been a role model to so many in this school. Mr. Burgess is married. His wife Mary teaches in a private school. They attend church regularly. Mr. Burgess and his wife Mary are proud parents of 2 of the most outstanding ladies who will be leaders in life. It is my opinion that OTHS needs a few more Tim Burgesses. More of his personality needs to exist here. Mr. Burgess has given 26 years of service to OTHS, and this board member will have no part of changing this man's life over a petty comment that did not include vulgarity, nor sexist or racist, inside the closed doors of the union meeting. Thank you.
Students first, Gene! Students first!
Mr. Duffy prepared remarks are noted for the meeting. I will now, Your Honor, order, please.
Yes!
Out of order, may you please have the floor. The board will note that on December 8, 1993, Mr. Tim Burgess was issued a memorandum by then Superintendent Clinch directed not to engage in unacceptable incidents with other staff members. On October 4, 2002, Mr. Burgess was issued a memorandum regarding his interaction with another teacher. This interaction was unprofessional and unacceptable. Mr. Burgess was directed to maintain his professionalism and refrain from losing his temper in the presence of students. He was told that should his conduct continue, he would be subject to further disciplinary action. On September 19, 2003, Mr. Burgess was issued a memorandum as a result of the verbal exchange that Mr. Burgess engaged in with a parent. He was told he was expected to act as a role model for students on campus and off campus and to act professionally. It was further advised that he was expected to display conflict resolution skills. Mr. Burgess was warned that he would need to remedy this type of behavior by not engaging in confrontations of this nature in school or public, and that a failure to follow directives would lead to disciplinary action. On December 22, 2009, Mr. Burgess was issued a notice to remedy. The notice to remedy was issued based upon Mr. Burgess's inappropriate and unprofessional communications towards the board superintendent. The notice to remedy directed Mr. Burgess to A. Cease and desist from any further displays of tenure in front of staff, parents, students, members of the Board of Education, or the public with regard to any matter having a nexus to the school district. B. Cease and desist from referring to staff, parents, students, or members of the Board of Education in any derogatory, inappropriate, or unprofessional manner. And C. Conduct himself in a professional manner at all times. And D. Conduct himself as a role model for OTHS students at all times. Recently, Mr. Burgess engaged in inappropriate and unprofessional communications towards staff members and harassment when, 1. He made an unprofessional and derogatory comment to a teacher on or about September 28, 2014 about his hairstyle and his made a threatened and unprofessional comment to the effect that you should slap on the head on or about September 28, 2014. Number 3, referred to another teacher in an unprofessional and derogatory manner as a little man or a little guy on or about September 28, 2014. On or about November 6, 2014, Mr. Burgess acted in an unprofessional and inappropriate manner and used words to the effect that he knew a teacher, quotation marks, was all over underage girls, close quotation marks. He violated the terms of his prior disciplinary write-ups and the notice of remedy issued to him by the board based upon his conduct described above. And he also engaged in dishonesty.
Oh, shame on you.
Is there any further discussion?
It's all hearsay.
What dishonesty?
I now call for a roll call vote, please, on the motion. Yes.
No.
Fisher. Yes. Harris.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
She indicated yes. There being no further business, this meeting is adjourned.
That's disgraceful.
Cowards. Those two need to go right there. Fisher and Buczynsky gone.